Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy. So glad you're with us. It is Christmas week. I believe today is what, 22? 22. It's beautiful
Second
here in the
day of winter.
central coast of California, wherever you are. I hope it's awesome. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. My name is Billy Gibbs. That guy right across the way running the panel is Mr. Mike Brabennick. Good morning, Mike.
Hello, Mr. Gibbs. How are you?
I'm so great, buddy. It's good to see you. Thank you for
Good to see you
being
too.
here today. Also in studio, the amazing Dave Shimano from Slick Sticks and Monarch Dunes Golf Course, and Realtor Nikki Anderson's back. Both of them are great sponsors of the show and really good friends of the
With
show.
a surprise. I saw the surprise. Did you see the surprise? We don't want to spoil it yet.
Look behind you.
I know, but I don't want to spoil it yet.
Nikki, hi.
Hi.
Nice headphones.
How are
You
you?
look very cute. So I got a good show today. We've been trying to get this gentleman in for the last few weeks because, you know, it's interesting to talk about the Masters in the year before the Masters, right? If it's December, it's not until April. But pretty exciting stuff coming up. He's calling from India. Is he not, Mike? Is that right?
Yes, I had conversations last night at about 8:30 with him while he was in India.
Yeah. So
He's traveled the country from west to east. So he's in New Delhi.
So if he
I
kept
think,
going,
now?
he'd still end up back in India.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he is.
And there were interesting sounds like
I
in the
would bet,
background when I
man.
was on the phone with him.
Well,
It was very interesting.
his name is
It was very
Chris
interesting.
Rigby. He's the president and owner of the Patrons Caddy, which is one of the finest companies that does packages for the Masters. And all three of us, Nikki, Mike, and myself, and a few others, have been there with his package. It was one of the best things I've ever done in golf, and I've done a lot of stuff in my 30-something years of golf. Going again this year, I think we have 6 or 7 verbally confirmed in our little package. And I think Vern, did you see Vern?
Yes, I did.
So
I was
we
going to say we might have another.
We might have 8 going,
Might
which
have
is
another.
huge. But we're going to be talking to him and why it's the best Christmas present you can get anybody. Anybody who is a golf fanatic knows about the Masters. And I'm going to share my little BM here in a minute, but kind of a funny story about that. But so we also have Christmas gift ideas from our panel, and our panel's pretty interesting people. They could come up with anything. But it is that time. We still have a week or so. Oh, what is it, just 3 days before Christmas right now?
Yeah, it's not a week or so
I should
anymore.
start buying
You
stuff.
better
pretty
start
soon.
shopping.
Better
I
start
hope you started
shopping.
shopping.
I had
already.
to text Mike saying, "Don't bring me a gift. I haven't gotten you one yet." It's the first time in years I haven't gotten you one. I've been a little busy, man. So
You got to stay healthy.
I know. So and we have Clubbing with Dave, and we've been trying to reach the I think he's the president and CEO of Crank Golf, and it's the fastest golf club. If you look at the World's Long Drive Championship, it looks like everybody, all the champions, but it looks like almost everybody competing are using the new Crank Golf clubs. He brought in one of the heads in a couple of weeks back to show us his great looking head, but it is the fastest. And I mean by that, the ball comes off the face faster than any other. Is that right, Dave? Is that
Yes,
right?
it is.
So it has nothing to do with the shaft, but it's the face itself. If you put it on any shaft, it's coming off faster.
It's supposed to be faster than anything, and they also have a non-conforming.
That's
head
the one
I
I
saw
that is
that.
even faster.
And then I'm going to try to stymie the panel and have some fun with them. And so that's pretty much it. We always start our day with a good BM, which stands for Billy and Mike in the morning. I don't know what you guys thought BM stood for. Nikki,
Well, that's what I thought it stood
Yeah.
for.
That's what I thought too.
Well,
So
it was Big Moose.
big moves in the morning. So it's a good way to get some relief, and it's always healthy to start with a little BM. You got one for us, partner?
I'm going to let you lead.
Well, I've got 2. Quick, I went to my doctor, my orthopedic, yesterday, and I have a torn meniscus in my left knee. I knew we had an issue, so yay. So I'm getting an MRI. So the continuing saga
It was
of
the
Billy's
squats,
injuries.
wasn't it? It was the power squats.
It was, and
I
using
told
that
you to
big
start
medicine ball you and I were tossing
I told
around.
you to start
Oh.
small.
I thought it was the kettlebell.
And running behind your car was probably not a good plan.
We're in the gym, and he throws 345s on either side, and he just starts doing squats. And I said, you can't do
I
that.
thought 345s was a type of beer. So I had no idea what it was at the first place. So then that's what killed me.
Is that why you didn't meet me at the gym
That's
last
just-
week?
No, yeah, we didn't want to say anything.
So I got it. Anyways, I got an MRI. But anyways, my Dr. Costello out of Santa Maria, he's that one that done
Is
all.
Abbott there too?
He was in the other room.
Abbott was.
Yeah, you could hear him. It was like a comedy show going on.
Yeah, nice.
So-
So you always pick the best doctors. You know
Yeah, you
that?
have to have something
Yeah.
with fun. I mean, so which one's the thinner guy?
I think it's Costello.
Yeah, so he says,
I believe.
But he walks in with this big shoulder brace. He just had rotator cuff surgery.
Your doctor?
Yeah, so I said, how interesting,
That's
dude.
not.
A week ago. And I'm like, now you can appreciate some of the stuff I've been through. But anyways, he had a chance. This is my BM.
Yes.
Not telling you about my knee. That's this continuing saga. But he had a chance to play Augusta and turned it down.
What?
So I
would
heard
you do
from
that?
Dr. Feldman, another doctor, a friend of mine. I was talking. He said, "You're going to go see Costello. Ask him about turning down Augusta National." So before he came in, and before I even commented on his brace and everything on his shoulder, I said, "Yeah, I got to know this. Did you turn down Augusta National?" And he said, "Yeah, I wish he did." He was in college. He didn't know the prestigious yet of the golf course, and he thought maybe he's going to get another invite. Somebody he knew's dad was a member, and they said, "Why don't you come out and play with us?" And he said, "No, I have tests. I got to study or something like that."
Well, I guess that's why he's a doctor.
He's been getting picked on for 20 years about that whole thing, but he turned down the opportunity to play Augusta. So
Wow,
So
that's
and he wouldn't have to climb the wall like Dave did. I mean, he wouldn't even have to have done that, right, Dave? So, anyways,
but that's no fun when it's that easy.
yeah.
You know, right,
I
Dave?
think it's
Try
fun.
me.
Yeah.
So I just had to share that because it's a pretty funny story, but he still seems kind of bothered by that he didn't go. I mean, I think later on he realized what he missed. At that time, I think
Oh, yeah.
it was just a nice golf game to go play. But now,
Yeah.
as years,
How long ago was that?
Well, he was in med school, so I don't know. I'm gonna guess 15 to 20 years, maybe. I don't know how old he is. But
Wow,
but
that's
anyways,
too bad.
So I would have got a kick out of that, but I couldn't move my knee, so I did not get a kick out of that.
Where's
So,
the-
anyways, I also spent this week. I met Mike in Morro Bay, and I don't know if you're going to share, but
I was going
yeah,
to.
so cool. Share because that's a very cool
Yeah.
story, man.
That was
So,
cool. So we got. So you're done with your BM?
I am. I'm wiped with it.
Okay. I just don't like that picture in my mind. Yeah, so we finally got my dad, who was burned out by the Paradise fires, and he was living with us for 40 some days. Not that I was counting, and finally got him moved to Morro Bay. And Billy was so nice; he had to give me some things. He said, "Oh, I'll just meet you in Morro Bay." So this is the last Tuesday. So we get my dad into the place. It's really cool. It's just like literally right next to the beach. And I'm thinking, Billy's not around. I can't find him. I don't know where he is. And then texting him like, "Are you here? Where are you?" He's like, "I'm here." And I'm like, "Where are you?" And we were having a problem with the address because I flipped numbers. I had some dyslexia going on the street
I ended up in
address.
Solvang looking for him.
Yeah. So he goes, "No, I'm here. I'm just down the street." And he goes, "I'll be up." Okay. So about 15 minutes later, he shows up. And then my dad's on the phone doing the whole utility thing, which is a complete nightmare. And, he's getting all fired up, and I'm laughing because I'm like, "Oh, that must be what it looks like when I get a little bit
He's trying
fired
to get
up."
cable and water and electricity.
And he's
all
on
that
the
stuff.
phone for
Yeah, it was-
45 minutes. We had gone through. I had set all this stuff up 3 days earlier. I had the order number and everything. I won't say the company. I had the order number and everything, and it's all set so that when we get there, it's like turnkey, right? So he calls up, give him the order number. They're like, "That number doesn't exist." So he had to go back through all the stuff that we did for 45 minutes. So he's not too happy about that. But Billy goes, "Hey, let's go down the street." So we down the street. There's this antique store, and this antique store looks about the size. When you look at the outside of it, the building doesn't look that big. It looks just kind of like this room. And we walk in, and it's like you go through one wing, and then you go to the next wing, and you go to the next wing, and you go to the next
Kinda
wing.
like a
and it's
Chevy commercial.
It was crazy. So Billy and I were walking around, and he'd already been in there. And I found this. I've been looking a long time. I found this human bust that I wanted to send Billy. And I tried to get it on the internet, but it's sold out. And so then I found this one up in the corner. So I asked the lady. She thought I was kidding. I said, "How much would it cost for me to mail that from Morro Bay to Napomo?" And she looks at me like, "What?" And I'm like, "Well, that's the one." I go, "Billy has a human bust already, and it's got one left arm but no right arm." I said, "This one has no arms." I said, "This is the next one in his collection. He wants the human bust." So as I'm talking about the bust with the lady who thinks I'm psycho,
It's all or bust, man.
yeah, Billy stumbles across a putter, right?
Which is a little more normal.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's
And
looking at busts.
He goes, "Oh my God." And I go, "What?" He goes, "Oh my God, is this it? Is this it?" And I look, and it looks like a bullseye putter. And he goes, "I think this is the one."
It was a bullseye putter.
And he flips it underneath, and we're looking at the sole of the putter, and it says John Reuter, right?
Ooh.
And it's
And no Acushnet.
on it.
Oh, boy.
Baby.
And that's the putter that John Reuter made prior to it going to Acushnet and becoming the bullseye, like the bullseye Acushnet putter. So then Billy's like, "Man, when
Got
we
it.
look at the label, $10."
Got to get that one.
Take a dozen of
Yeah. that's
And
what
at
it
that
says.
point, I'm saying to myself,
Maybe I
How
should.
honest are you with the lady who runs the antique shop?
I told her the
Oh.
facts. Didn't I not tell her the
Well,
facts?
I was getting to that
All right.
point. So it carries for like, I don't know what, 10 minutes maybe? Like I can
Well,
tell
you were
you're
really
trying
working about that bus, and I, the arms. I said
I
the
know,
arms. I had
but-
the arms at home. They're in the armchair, and she said, "I bet the legs are in the footstool." But yeah. So
But then you kindly about 10 minutes later or so, and I
So did he offer her
well,
$650?
no, I paid her the full price.
He
she
and
was
I
asking
didn't. He and
for.
I didn't talk about it, but in my head, like the honesty thing's going through my head, like, and then the lady goes, "Well, can you tell me a little bit more about these golf clubs?" And I'm like, "Boy, she's putting Billy on the spot." And kudos to Billy. He shared everything. You know, he just told her exactly everything, and it was actually very cool. And he ended up buying the putter for $10, right?
I did. She had a couple other putters. She had a couple Hickory. One was a Bobby Jones one that they make a million of them, David. And then there was one we think was from Ireland, but the head was somebody tried to fix it. You know, they tried to, and it just was. It
That's
looked like it was burnt
terrible.
with acid and stuff. So, but she had a beautiful leather bag, and she's asking me, "Are these things priced right?" And I don't know. I'm not a real expert. I know a lot about putters because I've collected putters. Matter of fact, Brooke got to see my putter collection this morning. But that putter was pretty cool.
It's impressive.
But I told her so, and I also found an old Hummel, the little Hummel figurines that my wife had.
And I'd never heard that term before.
It was we moved when she moved with me 20-something years ago when we moved up here. It disappeared in the move. It was just a little girl with a couple of geese. It's a cute little thing, and it was there. So I looked at it and said, I got to replace this. And so I wish she got it out, and it was the actual from 1965 to 72s when they made them.
Wow.
And
It was the one
It was
she-
the one. Yeah.
Wow, that's so great.
So I got that for her. So so I had fun walking around that store, and it's another room. It's a bigger room.
and there's ramps. You know, I'm running up and down like a kid, and then
the vinyl record collections they
Oh,
had.
my
Wow,
God, it was
if you're a
awesome.
vinyl-
Oh, that's good.
baby, they had some cool
and then
stuff.
they
man.
had right up on the wall. They've got a drawing of the Beatles.
Oh, the
You know,
Beatles.
and then they've got that,
All
and
the
then right next to that,
signatures.
it was like you and I, perfect, man. They got Beatles on the wall, and right next
And
to it,
Def
they got
Leppard. That's
AC/DC's.
right.
For those about to rock, we salute you. The album cover, matted and signed by all the members, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah, they didn't have
Killing
the Beatle
me.
one signed. That would have been
no.
way expensive.
But
They had yours.
wasn't that interesting? Like, there's
yeah.
Billy the Beatle and Mike AC/DC right there.
And so we rocked for a while. Mike
I
picked up
bet.
every guitar in the
I did.
place.
I picked up
bet.
every
and
guitar.
a ukulele.
Yeah,
Wow.
It was quite beautiful for a
Wow.
while.
it was fun.
I never got the bust.
I never quite got the
I have a
smell
picture
of,
of it,
the
though.
must out of my nose
It's
from the
an
place.
antique
I
store.
know, but it's like it's just.
That's what it's supposed to smell like.
I know, but it was overly.
Yeah, well, it's
I think it's because it's by the water.
Yeah.
You know, and the shag carpet, like the carpet was, you know, what was that?
Was
2-inch
it
carpet.
avocado?
It was for sale.
It was like avocado when you leave it on the counter after you cut it open.
That's what we had in our house in,
Yeah,
in Sacramento
Wow.
in the 60s.
yeah, yeah.
That's-
But it was quite the adventure.
Kinda cute.
So that's it was beat up. That was the guy.
That's the guy.
the guy. But this one I found online. But so
I think the
for
guy I
full,
had
full
was
disclosure,
a little more.
I do not collect male busts.
Yes, you do. Come on now.
Killing me over here, Mike.
You were honest.
But
You
you
were
were
this
honest.
is getting a little
It was,
weird.
it was
Billy.
hilarious.
You were honest with the
Out
lady
of
at the
nowhere,
store.
Mike says, "How much is it going to cost me to send that bust on the wall down to Napomo for Billy?" And I just looked at him and, "What the heck is he saying?" So I had to go with it for a while. I said, "I got that one already, Mike." That lady must have thought we were nuts for a little while, but it was fun. But the BM part of the story, it's nice that your dad found a really nice place.
Yeah.
It's right near. It's just it's a 3-iron from the ocean. It's right off the main. What is that? Main
Yeah.
Street? I guess that's Main Street there.
Yeah.
And it was cool. It's really neat. And
That's
you did a
very
good
cool.
job. You're a good son. You took care of your dad with that. He had tragedy in that
Yeah.
fire. So
He's happy.
he
You know.
is. Huh? He likes it. Got his. Did he
The
get his
irony-
cable and his power
Yes.
hooked up? He was.
There were only 3 or 4 more text messages after that.
Right.
Not necessarily with him, but with the landlord and the whole thing. Like you and I saw it. The whole
Yeah.
thing was hooked up, and then they had to replace everything. And
It was hooked up. It looked like
Yeah.
it. Anyway.
But anyway, it's good. It's funny how in life, like I was talking with him about 2 months before the fire, and he goes, I think I'm just ready to change up things a little bit. And then like all of a sudden, 2 months later, it's like, well, now you really got to change. You got nothing.
Yeah.
Like you've got zero. You got your car, you got you, and you've got your, your
He
phone
lost.
and your
He
charger.
lost all his stuff. Huh?
Lost everything.
God, so many.
every
It's
single
such
thing.
a sad story.
Made
that
it out.
fire.
We figured out
The
he made
campfire.
it out probably with 25 minutes to spare.
God, man, it's just you think about.
Yeah.
You know, I know it all happened so quick when it was happening, and it was
Oh,
we were
yeah.
all in shock.
Yeah.
But thinking back at it, like thank God he's out. So many
Yeah,
didn't
really.
get out, and it's
It's crazy.
it's sad that there's nothing to compensate all this. You can't fix a picture. You can't,
No.
but you can't replace that stuff. Now you can. You can scan them and save them. But
Right.
his old photos. But it's just too bad. There's no compensation. And they barely gave him relocation money.
It's interesting now because when I have a greater appreciation now for just natural disasters in general, because I've been able to see the process, and actually even FEMA's been contacting me to get a hold of them, and I got to tell you,
that's positive, right?
the contact I've had with FEMA has been nothing but positive. I mean, these
Yay.
are things you never think
Are
about.
they shut down right now?
I don't know. I hope
Probably.
not. I certainly hope not.
I just bet that's one of the organizations. I'm not going to get political.
But you start
But
thinking
that would
about
be the wrong one to be
these-
shut down right now.
You know,
No,
you
they're not.
You start thinking about
They're
all
running-
these natural disasters from hurricanes and fires and everything like that, and you just massive scale. I mean, you see it on the news and you kind of go, yeah, that's bad, and that's
It doesn't happen here, so it's somewhere else. So
But
you
now
kind of
it's
brush
like,
it off.
man, it's complete eye opener, and you
But-
really start thinking what it takes. I think about these people calling us, and that's just one person. What about the 27,000 other
Exactly.
people?
Yeah, really.
You know,
and
and then the other
Nick-
people from the
Nikki's brother-
hurricanes, and the other people from the
Nikki-
earthquakes.
On the
and-
budget that's going through, once again, not getting political, but I saw one part of it was for disaster relief,
yeah,
and it was
massive.
at $7.5 billion. I believe
It's massive.
It was
Yeah,
And
it was more than you make in a week, Mike.
not how much did you say? $7.5 billion?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's a little more. Not much more, but it's close.
it's a lot.
And it's personal. I mean, it got real personal for you. And Nikki's brother
Nikki's
lost
brother,
her
yeah.
down in the fire in Malibu.
Yep.
Yeah.
So in the same week or so, wasn't it the same time? And it was
Yeah.
awful. So, I had to fire my fireplace the other night.
Well, that's good. It's contained.
Yes.
We think.
I'm trying to make a
We
light
better
of
take a
something
break,
horrible.
'cause
You
we're gonna
still
have,
watching the kitties?
Yes.
You still are?
I still have the fluffers.
And is your brother relocated?
He's got a place he's staying right now.
Is he
yeah.
going to rebuild?
Yeah, probably.
He's in Malibu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the canyon.
But anyways, Mike, you're good. You're a good son.
Thanks. Thank
And does he come up and do laundry? Just one last question: is he doing laundry at your house?
you. No.
Okay.
No, that's a whole other thing.
I'll leave it at that. And anyway, so we come
There's
back.
a-
Hopefully, we got the
There's a
master.
circle.
It's a
I
full
can
circle.
expand on that later if it's appropriate.
Circle.
We'll be right back. We're going to have Chris Rigby from thepatronscaddy.com talking about the 2019 Masters packages. Thepatronscaddy.com. Check it out online. Thank you to TaylorMadeGolf.com for sponsoring Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy. Check out the latest from TaylorMade Golf at TaylorMadeGolf.com. Today, we'll be right back. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy on the Golf Talk Radio Network.